this game so many times. But the notion of you...
What if the one thing standing between the people of Fromville and their escape is the exact same thing that could destroy them forever? Episode 8 completely changes the game. We finally get major clues about the man in yellow, Fatima's terrifying transformation, Boyd's breaking point, and Henry might be closer than ever to losing Victor. But the biggest question is this: is the man in yellow actually lying about the bones? Or is he warning them about something much worse? Welcome back to your nerdy show. I'm your host, Spoiler Master. Let's break down everything that happened.
And you think that you're the reason that thing didn't kill Kenny?
I don't.
Fatima might already be becoming one of them. After Roger's body is brought back and killed again, everyone starts trying to understand the new rules of this place. And the scary realization is that different supernatural beings seem to follow completely different rules. The talismans protect them from the creatures, but they don't work against things like the life-size dolls or reanimated bodies. The settlement totems seem to work on those strange beings, but they have no effect on the creatures. It's almost like Fromville has different levels of monsters, and nobody understands the full system yet. Then Ellis brings Boyd and Donna to see Fatima, and that's where things become much more disturbing. Fatima reveals that she can actually connect with Smiley. She can see what he sees, and she can even control him. At first, that sounds like the perfect weapon. Imagine being able to turn the monsters against themselves. But then everyone notices something wrong. The strange veins on Fatima's stomach are getting worse. And the question everyone is afraid to ask appears: is Fatima becoming one of them? Christy doesn't have an answer because nothing about Fatima's condition makes sense. But then she checks Fatima's vitals and discovers something horrifying. Fatima's body is showing signs that she is basically dead. She's alive, she's talking, she's moving, but medically, her body shouldn't be functioning. A walking corpse. And that creates an even bigger mystery. Are we watching the process of a human becoming one of those creatures? Were these monsters once normal people? Is this how it starts? Because if that's true, then Fatima might be showing everyone the origin of the creatures themselves.
We have 5 or 6 people barricaded in a death trap with no place else to go.
Boyd is breaking down. While everyone else is dealing with Fatima, Boyd is fighting his own battle. And this episode finally admits something important. Boyd is not okay. He's been pretending he's still in control, but his tremors are back, his visions are returning, and now they're connected to Abby. The guilt is eating him alive. Boyd wants medicine that can slow down what's happening to his mind and body, even if it's only temporary. But Christy tells him the truth. There's nothing she can give him that will magically fix this. He just has to keep pushing forward. And that's what makes Boyd's story so tragic. He's trying to save everyone while slowly falling apart himself. Later, Jade presents his tunnel map. At first, Boyd is impressed, but then he notices the problem. The grave only has one entrance and one exit, meaning if something goes wrong, they're trapped underground with the creatures. And Boyd refuses to send people into a situation where they have no chance. Kenny challenges him, asking what happens if they never act. What happens when everyone realizes Boyd promised them freedom but couldn't deliver? Boyd doesn't really have an answer. He only knows one thing: he can't sacrifice people just because he wants to move faster. But Jade sees things differently. He believes every plan will involve risk. There's no such thing as a perfect escape plan in Fromville, and maybe that's the biggest conflict between them. Boyd wants certainty. Jade wants action.
The cavern.
Okay.
The bottle tree.
Jade finds the missing piece. After arguing with Boyd, Jade finally snaps. He destroys his map because he feels like Boyd keeps rejecting every idea unless it's completely safe, and in a place like this, that might never happen. But while cleaning up the mess, Jade remembers something important: an entrance, the bottle tree. Jade believes the grave might actually be underneath it, meaning they could have another way inside. If they're right, they wouldn't need to go through the dangerous tunnel route. When Jade brings this idea to Boyd and Kenny, Boyd still isn't convinced. Because for Boyd, finding an entrance isn't enough. They need an escape plan too. They need a backup. And that frustrates Jade because he believes they'll never move forward if they keep waiting for a perfect solution. And honestly, he might have a point. Fromville doesn't reward people for being careful. It punishes people for hesitating.
Here, Henry.
Yes.
Henry's terrifying vision. Meanwhile, Henry's dealing with something completely different. He's trying to stay away from alcohol, so he helps out at the diner, but then the jukebox starts playing a familiar song, the same song connected to his final moments with Miranda before everything changed. And suddenly, Henry is somewhere else. He's in a hospital, sitting with Victor and his grandson Sebastian. Victor tells him something disturbing: that Henry has actually been in a care facility for years and that Fromville isn't real. According to this version of reality, Henry is confused and trapped inside his own imagination. But we know something Henry doesn't. This is probably a manipulation. The man in yellow is creating this vision, and the nurse gives Henry a horrifying choice. She says he needs to remove the thing connecting him to the false reality, and that thing is Victor. Basically, Henry is being pushed toward killing his own son. But why? Why wouldn't the man in yellow do it himself? Maybe Victor is protected somehow. Maybe Miranda's connection to him still matters. Or maybe the man in yellow wants Henry to break Victor emotionally before destroying him. Either way, Henry is being pushed toward one of the most painful choices imaginable. A father being convinced to destroy the one person he's been searching for his entire life.
You haven't remembered that part yet.
The man in yellow finally meets Tabitha. Now we get to the biggest moment of the episode. Tabitha is trying to help Ethan understand Victor's warnings about another possible massacre. Ethan wants to prepare for the worst, but Tabitha doesn't want her son living in fear. Victor explains that after everyone died during his cycle, preparation is the only thing that kept him alive. He rationed food, stayed strong, and found ways to survive alone. He isn't preparing because he wants everyone to die, he's preparing because he's terrified history will repeat itself. Later, Tabitha returns home and the phone rings. She hears Thomas, or at least a voice pretending to be Thomas. The voice threatens Julie and Ethan, forcing Tabitha to go to the RV, even though she knows it's a trap. And there he is, the man in yellow. But instead of attacking her, he simply talks. And honestly, that makes him even scarier. He knows everything. He knows Tabitha and Jade are getting closer. He knows about the bones, and he reveals something shocking. Nobody before them ever thought about digging them up, which means they might actually be close to the answer. But then the man in yellow does what he does best. He creates doubt. He tells Tabitha the bones might be the key to escaping, or they might cause something catastrophic. So now everyone is stuck with the biggest question of all. Is he lying, or is he actually warning them? Because he doesn't seem desperate to stop them right now. He's enjoying watching them get closer, almost like he wants them to discover the truth, only so he can take it away at the last possible moment.
I really have missed you.
Ending explained. The biggest reveal from episode 8 is that the residents are finally starting to understand what they're really dealing with. They're not just trapped in a strange town, they're trapped inside a game with rules they don't fully understand. And the man in yellow isn't just another monster hiding in the darkness, he's a manipulator. He doesn't always need to attack people physically because he knows how to break them mentally first. He creates fear. He creates confusion. He makes people question their own choices and turn against each other. And now the residents have one huge decision ahead of them. Do they trust Boyd's plan and destroy the bones? Or do they believe the warning from their enemy? Because if the man in yellow is lying, they might be closer than ever to finally escaping Fromville. But if he's telling the truth, the thing they believe will save them could actually be the thing that destroys everything they've been fighting for. And that's what makes this place so terrifying. Every answer they find only opens another mystery. Every step toward freedom comes with a new danger.
Sure? Yeah, I'm sure. The yellow suit is gone.
What?
Our nerdy thoughts. So what do you think? Is the man in yellow bluffing about the bones, or is he actually warning them about a much bigger threat? Because at this point, it feels like he's playing a much deeper game than anyone realizes, and the residents might already be following the exact path he wants them to take. Let me know your theory in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more from explanations, theories, and ending breakdowns. I'll see you in the next one.
No, what the heck, I'll laugh anyway.